Hey guys, how you doing? It's Gavin here from Starfresh Personal Training. We're back again in my little gym. What we're going to do today is something called the Romanian Deadlift, right? And the Romanian Deadlift, in my experience, is an absolute fantastic exercise. Um, Someone that struggles with really sore knees, I'm able to work out the glutes and hamstrings without putting a bunch of stress on my knees. And it's just, as I talked about the posterior chain, it's one of those muscles at the back of the body that really helps with, with everyday functionality, walking up steps, down steps, walking long distances, running if you need to. It's such a neglected muscle, the hamstring. And if you, what tends to happen, you get really tight hamstrings as well. And this muscle is not only going to help stretch them out, it's going to help strengthen them at the same time. So you're getting a double whammy for the go. So this exercise actually helped me recover from a tendon injury, and the hamstrings come up and they attach up into the under the base of the bum up there, and the muscle at the top there. And what happened was it torn. And no matter what I did, I couldn't really seem to rehab it. But this Romanian deadlift exercise really helped me. And the reason being, as the physio explained to me at the time, was that when your scar tissue heals, it heals in a cross pattern like this. When the hamstring, the muscle moves in a more of a linear movement like this. So when the scar heals, it knits all weird. So every time I tweaked it, I would rip across the scar tissue, and it'd be sore again. So what this exercise actually helped me with was to, the more I did it, even though it was a little bit painful, I trained the scar tissue now to work in the same range as the rest of the tendon and muscle. So for me, it was a huge, it was really beneficial to getting me back to strength and getting me to full function. And obviously I've got bad knees, as I keep on talking about. And what you tend is, if you carry an injury like I've been doing for so long time, your body compensates in other ways. So that was attributed to pulling my hamstring because it was tight, because it was bad knees and everything else. So this was a really good exercise. But I do want to caution you though as well, is that if you're not doing this exercise properly, you're going to hurt your lower back and find it a lot in your lower back. So I'm going to break it down into two little bits for you. What I'm going to do is, a lot of people, okay, don't realise that this hip is a hinge. And if you were to bend, as you can see, if I bend forward, there's a 90-degree bend there. The hips are letting me do that. I'm not bending my lower back, okay? That's not what it comes from. But what tends to happen with people is that they forget how to hinge their hips, and then they try and compensate by bending the lower back. So you just got to bear that in mind. And before you do this exercise, I really want you to try and train this hip hinge, okay? Which people find very difficult. I'm going to try and explain as best I can. It's always good to obviously adjust people in real life, but what you want to do, you've got a big hinge. So if you tap the sides, you're going to come back, okay? And what you find is it's going to start, if you're really awkward and you want to bend your back. So I want you to keep your chest out nice and high. Stick your bum out. So there's a bit of stick your bum out. Now, let your hips drift back to the back of the room. Put hands out in front of you. That is basically a Romanian deadlift. And when you come to this position here, you're going to feel a stretch in the back of the legs, which is what we want. You come straight back up. If you squeeze your glutes at the top, that's going to get the glute activation. Chest out, and then bum back. As you come down, you're going to get a nice stretch. So as you can see, hopefully, my back is all flat. From my head, my back, shoulders, bum, is all nice and straight. If you start doing this, I can obviously bend a lot further, but I'm not getting the same bend on my, the same effect on my hamstrings. So I'm going to use this band at the top. Obviously not from the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around this pillar here. And this is just going to help you, if you struggle with this, learn the hip hinge if you haven't, if you're not very good at it, or if you can't just, you just can't connect with it, which is a lot of people. So I'm going to get into the band, I'm going to climb in. Alright, I'm going to wrap it around my waist just there. So when I come down, so what I'm talking about is if I'm down in this position here, and my knees come out of it, if I bend that way, you can see my hips are bending. But what's happening is this band is helping me. It's giving me the feeling of taking my hips back to the wall, which is what I was trying to convey in the first part of this, okay? So if you practice this, take your hips back, and stand straight back up, squeeze your glutes. That's going to get the glute activation, not so much the hamstrings right now because my legs are bent, but it's going to give you the same feeling. So as you come down, come straight back up, down, and straight back up. So if you can then translate that up when you're standing, okay, so if you can come here, you're going to lean into it a little bit because it's a heavy band, let the hips take it back. And you come forward, get the glutes working, you've got something to push against as well, and it gives you a bit more feedback so you're doing it right. So let the band take the hips back, and then nice and straight, and come straight back up. And that is essentially a Romanian deadlift. So I'll jump out of this band here. So when you're doing this, you're best not to load it up too much weight. So what I'll do, I'll grab a lightweight, just a 5 kilo weight, I'll hold it in my hands. I'm going to let my hips go back, and I get to there, and I'm going to feel that stretch in the back of the leg. And when I do, I'm going to hold it for a second, stand straight back up, 1 second, as we always do, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, get the stretch, feel the squeeze, 1 second, hold, bang, up you come. Then keep on doing it, and come straight back up. Obviously then, what you'll find is once you get the form right, once you get the mind, muscle, body connection right, you're going to be able to use quite heavy weight with that. And it's such a really good exercise, okay? There's not much more to it than that really. Just a couple of cues is to make sure your back is straight, make sure you don't round it, make sure your bum goes back towards the back of the room, and that you feel the stretch on the hamstrings. And again, you want to be hitting about 12 to 15 reps. What you find is that when you start doing this exercise to start with, you're going to find your legs are pretty sore at the end, okay? And that's just because you're not used to it more than anything else. But it is a really, really good exercise, and I challenge any of you to just give it a go in the gym. Again, you know, it's really good to have strong legs. I went through a squat video before, which I'll chuck down below for you guys. It's all part of the legs, but you know, having good strong quads, good strong hamstrings and glutes is going to really be beneficial for you guys out in the real world. I'll tell you where it's going to help out a lot is if you're, you know, roughly my age, I guess, and you've got some young children and you want to play some sports or rugby or football with them. If you don't train your hamstrings, and I've seen this so many times with older parents, is that they all of a sudden they just go from 0 to 100, and they pull a hamstring, pull a calf. And it's all because they don't exercise those muscles. And when you don't exercise the muscles, they essentially become used to doing what they're doing, which isn't very much. And as soon as you ask them to do something above and beyond they normally do, you're going to start getting injuries and start, you know, hurting yourself. And it's really, really important to prepare for that. And it's a really hard mindset to get around, you know, preparing for something that hasn't happened yet. But I promise you, when you become fitter and stronger in the gym, everything becomes a lot easier. You know, you have more confidence that you can go and play with your kids without hurting yourself. You can climb those stairs, you can climb up that Rangitoto volcano and not have to worry about it, okay? And your whole life becomes a lot better. So again, looking at my diary, yep, so that's it, your reps. No equipment, you don't need equipment, you can do it without weights to start with, as I was just doing, and then you can load it up as you go. And you can use the bands if you want to give some feedback for the hip hinge. Yeah, but apart from that, guys, you know, really simple exercise. Practice it. As with anything, you might not get it to start with, but as you go over and over, you're going to practice it a bit more, and you're going to get better and better at it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So, like I said, I'm going to leave my email address below. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. Hopefully, some of these videos are really, really helpful to you. I really encourage you just to give them a share, tag some people in if you know somebody it would help. Like I said, leave a comment. If you don't feel confident leaving a comment publicly, you can email me my email address down below. But again, guys, start afresh right now, tomorrow. Never a better time to start afresh than right now. If you don't do something today, how will tomorrow be any different? Cheers, guys.